Welcome to a new video on this channel. Today we look at loading Bitcoin blockchains and transactions to a SQL Server Database table. Before we can start, please subscribe to this channel so I can promote more videos. Thank you for that, and now let's go through this tutorial together. This tutorial also works for most cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and Dogecoins and so on. So let's start. When a digital currency payment is made to a given address, details about the transfer are added to the blockchain. When it comes to the most blockchains, these details are publicly available. They include the amount of cryptocurrency sent, the sender's address, the receiver's address, and the date of transfer. First, let's have a look where we can find those data dumps on all Bitcoin transactions and blocks. There are many different websites which you can use to check transactions on the blockchain. I came across this website for Bitcoin here, blockchair.com. So this website gives us a great overview about all the blockchains like Bitcoin, and there you have the option to look at transactions. And now you can see the most recent transactions, and you can filter on that a bit more narrow. For example, you can check on the specific time period and many other options. So that's very useful, but we are trying to load these transactions to the database, so we have to look or have to jump to the data dumps, which are provided on a sub page here. And there you have a list of most of the most important cryptocurrencies. We're going to look at the Bitcoin blocks. Clicking on that, you have a list on the very first date of transactions that are made. Looking here at early 2009, and the most recent one is December the 7th. So I loaded one of those already down, and I also did a download of a transaction file here. So how these files look like. I opened the transaction download file here in Notepad++, and as you can see, this is the content of the data dumps. So we're gonna load this one into the SQL Server Database very easily by using an import wizard. So switching to Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, I have here a AdventureWorks database, which I'm using for importing that file. So doing a right click on the database, I have under the tasks, I have an action for importing data. I use import flat file, and then I get this nice wizard, and clicking on next, checking out the file. I have to switch to all files, selecting transactions. I can choose a name for the table, which will be created, and then clicking on next. It gives us a preview of the data, so everything is matching to the right column. Clicking on next. Also, we get a list of the individual columns and their data types. Looks fine to me, so I click on next, click on finish, and now the data has been imported. So refreshing all the tables here, I got a newly created table, blockchain Bitcoin transactions in the year 2012, And as you can see, we got all the information from these data dumps in a nicely formatted table. The same works for the blocks as well. So I hope I could help you on that. And if you have any questions, just drop me a comment. I try to answer this and looking forward for seeing you again. Bye bye. Ciao.